I'm seeing you all over Twitter like monkeys at the zoo throwing poo at each other, waiting for your bananas. And I get it. I'll talk about the bananas, where we are, what's going on, why the market's behaving like they are, all in the alpha section that comes up in a bit. I'll go through plenty of charts, give you a good understanding, and give you a bit of an understanding of how this should play out going forwards. But really, if you continue to throw poo at each other, or me, or anybody else, because you're not getting your bananas, then really you are not serious people. We've talked about this before. I've had a quiet word with you all, is you need to be a little more serious and you need to be a little more patient. Just wait, you chill in spot and let the game play out.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge.
Raoul Pal dives into the recent crypto flash crash, breaking down what happened, why it matters, and what's next. Let's watch.
No game plays out perfectly. No game plays out exactly like the last game. There are always factors involved. And it's our job to assess the factors as they come. It's what we do at Real Vision, particularly in the MIT of Real Vision Alpha and also in Real Vision Pro. I mean, we all had a long discussion this morning in Real Vision Pro about what's going on, why it's going on, where this is going, and why we don't think the top is in. We don't think anything's changed. We just think it's all fucking noise. So as ever, this t-shirt, this Real Vision hoodie, don't fuck this up, is the key thesis. I saw many of you, unfortunately and sadly, fucked it up last week. Last week, we had that gigantic liquidation. It was a fun Friday where everything broke. Now, that was a very interesting moment because that whole liquidation process was really a flash crash. We saw this in equities in 2010 when suddenly the system breaks and a bunch of things compound. And it was the automatic liquidations that compounded in the fact that the pricing oracles weren't working on Binance and the Athena DPEG on Binance, not elsewhere, caused a whole bunch of ramifications. But really, that's all technical in nature. And as I wrote on Twitter, these things tend to recover quite quickly. We've got a couple of other factors coming on that means we might hang around for a little bit longer, but nothing to be concerned about. So just think of weakness as a gift. All I did last week was instruct the bank in the Cayman Islands to send money, to get money into the thing. It takes fucking days, but you know what it's like because I made the mistake of not having stable coins. But really, having some stable coins for times like this is great. Particularly if you've got some excess earnings, you stick some into stable coins, you wait for one of these opportunities, and you feel good because you compound at lower prices. So that's what I've been doing anyway.
Peter Schiff is once again making waves with his bold prediction that Bitcoin is destined to hit zero. In a recent chat with crypto influencer Michael Jerome, known online as @NotThreadGuy, the well-known gold advocate doubled down on his long-standing skepticism toward digital assets. Schiff admitted he underestimated the public's willingness to believe in Bitcoin's promise, saying early adopters did a great job of selling the story and convincing others to buy what they were eager to unload. He didn't hold back, calling Bitcoin a gigantic pump and dump that's bound to collapse. Schiff also pointed out that Bitcoin is down about 30% compared to gold, which has recently reached record highs. Adding to his concerns, Schiff warned that a massive U.S. economic crisis is on the horizon, one that could make 2008 look mild. He predicts that the next financial meltdown will stem from U.S. Treasuries, as global confidence in the dollar and government debt begins to crumble.
It's not the traders who make the most money. That's the most alluring thing about bloody Twitter and all of these other things is you think it's going to be the short-term traders. It's not. It's the intelligent risk takers. Some people can time cycles better or pick things at the right moments, but really it's that buy and hold strategy that works. And we see a lot of this on Real Vision. When you look at the leaderboards, look how long those trades have been in the leaderboards. The ones that are up like 20x, 10x, or more, they're positions that were put on a while ago, and people have just run them. You know, if I look at the stuff I've done at Real Vision Pro, we've had several, many option trades that are up 2, 3, 4, 5, 600%. Several crypto positions that have done extremely well just this year alone. And that's from timing getting these big sell-offs, holding on to it and not doing anything. And we were at the third lowest, second lowest bandwidth of Bollinger Bands in history of Bitcoin. Okay, so it's interesting. And interestingly, it reverses soon after. And interestingly, it always produces higher prices. And we pointed this out the last 2 times it happened. And the last 2 times it happened, it went up 107%, 260 days later. So whatever that is, 9 months. And it went up 125% 9 months later then, even though it had been much higher than that. And then back in 2016, which is like a similar period to now, it was up 189%, and it had been up over 200%. So the point being, these compressed Bollinger Bands, John Bollinger, I think, was on X talking about this. He's like, these are an opportunity. Okay. Seasonality. We're at a really good point in the seasonality chart. And you would imagine that we are now diverging from this because of the, repeat after me, the Treasury General Account and the government shutdown. Once that comes back in, we start climbing the curve to the end of the year. Does it start in November and we play catch up? Either way, we should have a back end of the year that's very strong. And in the end, he'll have forgotten all about this shit, much like we told you in April 2024, September 24, April 25. It's all the same shit. You forget about it after a while. Sorry, time for a vape.
When Jack Dorsey posted "Bitcoin is not crypto" on X, it reignited a long-running debate about what truly sets Bitcoin apart from the rest of the crypto world. Dorsey's point wasn't just about semantics, it's about how Bitcoin operates on fundamentally different principles from the rest of the crypto world. Bitcoin was launched without a foundation, no pre-mine, and no central authority pulling strings. Its focus has always been clear: to serve as decentralized money for saving and payments, not as a platform for apps or tokens. Bitcoin's supply is fixed, with only 21 million coins ever to exist. Every 4 years, its block rewards halve, tightening supply and strengthening its reputation as digital gold. In contrast, networks like Ethereum evolve rapidly, tweaking their monetary policies and adding new features to suit developers and users. Bitcoin's governance is famously conservative. Changes require broad community consensus, and upgrades like Taproot move slowly but deliberately. That caution preserves trust and stability. While other blockchains chase innovation, Bitcoin prioritizes endurance. Institutions treat it like a separate asset, traded on major exchanges, held in ETFs, and regulated as a commodity. Whether you agree with Dorsey or not, one thing is clear: Bitcoin has grown beyond crypto. It's now in a class of its own. If you have been watching so far, thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoinzilla for daily news all for free. That's all for today's video. Until next time.